So you want to modify your car, but you want to be a hot boy, lower your car, raise your car whenever you want. Let's face it, your wife, your girlfriend, no one's gonna let you spend $1,500, $2 grand on some coilovers. So you want to buy cheap ones, and that's why you're watching this video. My name is Danny. All I ask, hit that like, subscribe. This is my VR30 Twin Turbo Swaps 350Z, and well, today we're gonna be installing cheap coilovers so you don't have to. We're working with Raceland Ultimo coilovers. Reviews on these coilovers look like this, but they also look like this. So it's not horrible, but still, compared to these coilovers or these coilovers, you can tell these are lower end. And we also just finished putting on these sick wheels. Go watch the last video if you haven't already. The fact that they sent me this gives the packaging a good amount of points. Oh, this is so dope. Thank you, Raceland. Packaging wasn't bad. The only thing is, I got my adjusters in a Ziploc bag, my guy. That's okay though, that's okay because the coilovers look very good themselves. They're white, blue, and black. Absolutely love this color combo, looks very, very clean. These ones are pretty easy to tell. It's for the rear because it's got 2 bolts on the top. These have the 3 at the top, obviously for the fronts. I'll show you guys how to adjust it once they're on the car, but right now we gotta take care of taking these ones out. Let's go. All right, starting things off, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible for you. Your goal is to take this spring and strut out of the car. It doesn't get more simpler than that. But obviously there's things that are on there that you have to take off. So first, we're probably gonna have to take off, disconnect these 2 bolts back here, which are gonna let go of the upper control arm. That should drop all of this down. But what might be easier, so this gonna just this singular bolt right here, which would drop everything down without having to touch this. Also, this lower control arm, as you can see, the strut is attached to it, so we gotta disconnect these bolts, disconnect these brake lines. Should be pretty easy, just slide right off, just like that. That line right there should be a 12 or 10 millimeter bolt. Whoa, that is not a VQ. What's good with that, bro? Obviously, we gotta come in here. There's 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3. These are gonna let go of the strut from the top side so we can slide it down and push it to the side. All right, let's get to work. It's not a difficult job, but what makes it difficult is if bolts strip. Ugh. Thankfully, the threads are good. A1. What an L. This is the biggest L of my life right here. That's crazy. That was surprisingly not tight. There you go. We got the old, and here we got the new Yazerski. As you can see, this is just a regular strut, but this one you can twist it. So that's how you can adjust the height. Pretty cool. I wonder who came up with coilovers. Okay, before I put in the first coilover, I basically went ahead and set the springs because the springs came pretty loose. So I went ahead and tied the top adjusters to the same height, but check this out. This is a stock strut right here. If I put this back on, I have a feeling we're gonna be completely slammed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna raise both of these a little bit, twist so it gets longer. Obviously, I'm gonna adjust it once they're on the car, but I don't want to put one spring on the car and then the next spring is like at a complete different height, so they're measuring them and it's gonna be weird. And honestly, the most annoying part is adjusting and making sure everything looks good, because you gotta put the wheels on, jack up the car, jack it back down. That's the annoying part, but as long as the bolts don't strip, you're good. Really cool Easter egg. I had no idea, but these ones actually do have adjusters at the very top that, like I said, allows you to put the suspension soft or hard. Also, and all of you miss Cristobal. If you miss Cristobal, leave a thumbs up button so she can be around more when we install car parts. It's a lot more fun than just me doing it by myself, so hit the thumbs up. Can't forget the pin. Question of the day, comment below. I needed to comment. I'll be hearting and replying to comments. What coilover do you use on your car? What brand? Let me know. Tying up the top and one coilover in. Oh, also they give you these, I'm pretty sure I showed you, they give you these like little wheels where you can actually put it on tip and you can pretty much tie in it or loosen it to the rear. Rear is super easy. I'm gonna show you guys. So about last night. As long as the bolts don't strip, you're good.
They ask you how you are, you don't just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. And you just
as long as the bolts don't strip, you're good.
As long as the bolts don't strip, you're good. Oh my gosh, it fell. Ah, my God, what's wrong with my eye? It's 5 hours just for that. Just for this thing. Dude, it's ugly, bro. Stupid. What you gonna do now, huh? What you gonna do now, huh, boy? What you gonna do now? Rear's pretty easy. I'm gonna give you the rundown. We gotta lower this bucket, take out the spring, put the bucket back because no spring goes. Since it's coilover, it's gonna be the shock along with the spring. 2 bolts up here. Disconnect this, take it out, put it back on. We good. Also, you just get a cut. I love you guys, man. One of you literally just gave me a cut. Like, reached out to me, I reached back to you, and we just got a cut. I'll probably vlog next time I'm there, but hooked it up. I love you guys. Okay, I just have to say, I was not planning on recording how to take out this side, but it was so much harder than that side, so I'm just gonna tell you. I had to take off the top horseshoe looking thing, then I had to use the jack to push up on one of these 2 forks as I'm over here going like this until it fell out, but it was horrendous. I think that side took twice as long as doing this side. I thought I was gonna have to use spacers, but I don't think I'm gonna have to, just because I think the fitment is gonna look really nice. Oh, shh. Oh my God, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. This is literally replica of how my 370Z used to sit. I think on the rear, I'm definitely gonna lower. Yeah, rear, we're definitely gonna lower just a bit. This side of the front end is, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. So I think the plan for now is lower the rear and raise the front from the other side to look like this one, because this one just seems a lot more drivable. Oh, this is so clean. Let's go. I freaking love this. I'm gonna do a test. We're gonna set the spring rate in the front to all the way soft. We're gonna drive around and then we're gonna put them to all the way hard. And let's see if there's actually a difference. I'm gonna do the same route and I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. I don't know if y'all can see that, but he just barely graces by the tire. I think I'm gonna leave it like this on the rear. The front though, I still have to raise it a little more. Well, it's actually been about 5 days since I last worked on this car. Drove all the way up to Tennessee, went to a cousin's wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm probably gonna make a video about that next video, but I got something huge. I love this fitment, but I can go a little lower. Problem is, as I said, there's a lip right here. Shout out to the buddy Nick, absolutely saved the day. If you don't know what this is, it is a Fender roller, and if you think I know how to use it, I don't. I have no idea how to use this, but I know one thing. I'm gonna learn how to do it because it's gonna make the car look absolutely amazing. So we're only gonna roll the rears. Let's jump right to it. Okay, so this is what we're working with. You can see right here. I don't know if the GoPro's picking it up, but it's a whole lip. We gotta do it slowly. And one tip I'm gonna give you guys in the beginning, you do want a heat gun because we're going to be pressing against the paint. We're going to be giving it pressure, going back and forth. And you just wanna heat up so the paint kinda gets a little soft and the metal does as well. And we can go ahead and avoid cracking and all that bad stuff. Dirty rolling. So I believe we gotta put at more of an angle because right now, kind of pushing it in, I kind of want to start flat and then start curving more and more. So loosen this, and this will give it the angle that you need. So first you want to start off flat, and then you want to start getting to the point where you can do straight all the way, which is what we're doing right now. This makes it go up and down. We gotta tighten it right there so it stays in place, and then we tighten it again, then going like this. I don't know if y'all can see now, but there's absolutely no lip, and I ended up stopping right here. I feel like it looks pretty cool how it just kind of goes straight and then kind of goes in. That's why there's this little lip there. But man, that looks so much better. Not only does it look better, but now we're definitely gonna be able to go lower and not worry about the wheel absolutely getting eaten up by the inner lip. Ooh. Yo, yes. I think I'm gonna lower a tad bit more on this side, but this is nice. I'm gonna go lower than this. The height for this side is 2 3/4. That side is 2 1/4. So we actually have to go ahead and raise it up just a bit. And that does make the rear exactly 1/4 higher than the front, which is not horrible. But now the question is it low enough to not be able to get down from the driveway? Only one way to find out. Look how clean that looks. Okay, first, let's put the suspension all the way to hard. All the way to hard. All right, we're coming to like a little bridge. Here we go. And the suspension, it's stiff. There's no bounce. Like it hits it and then it stays. There's like no bounce. Amazing. Love that. So good. No rubbing. Nice. All right, 40 miles per hour over a speed bump. My front bumper might not survive. Oh God. Brace yourself. Here we go. Wow. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I hope the camera picks up if we're bouncing or not. bouncy. Just driving, it feels more bouncy. That's insane. All right, we go right here. You see that bounce of like my hair? You can probably tell to my hair. Better than I thought. The little hard and soft adjuster absolutely works. Another thing, we aren't rubbing, and I absolutely love how this car sits right now. Let's go. This car's coming to life, looking good, love it. I've also seen a good amount of you commenting about the headlights. I know they're pretty bad. We actually do have custom HR headlights being made, so we gotta wait for that. Car's getting wrapped in about 2 weeks. I'm just excited this car's finally absolutely transforming. But jeez, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Presentation, 6 out of 10. Performance, 8 out of 10. Installation, 10 out of 10, pretty simple. Adjustability, I would definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10. Easy to adjust, and the dampener thing actually works. If you're new here or enjoy this type of content at all, subscribe, hit that like. I love you guys. Peace. I need to fix that gas cap.